Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, and that's right, it's me under this salt and pepper cookie pusher. For tonight, my upper lip is home to what many in the beauty industry are calling technically a mustache. I know you've got questions, so let me take you behind the stash. The show was on vacation for the last couple of weeks, and I visited the beautiful nation of Turkey. I had heard so many great things from Mayor Adams about it. While I was there, I grew the traditional vacation cold beard, and then upon threat of trial separation by my wife Evie, I went to a barbershop for a straight razor shave. They have great barbershops in Istanbul. Very nice barber there. When I sat down for the shave, he goes, "We keep the mustache?" And I said, "No, my wife doesn't like it, shave it off." But then he said, "I make very nice." And I said, "Very nice?" And he goes, "Oh, very even, very even." And he did. So for the rest of the trip, to everyone I was traveling with, I was no longer Stephen. I was Mr. Stephen. Okay? Stephen Colbert, Mr. Stephen, international purveyor of scented oils and rose-flavored candies. Mr. Stephen has a signature cocktail made with bergamot and pistachio liqueur, which he orders at the swim up bar in a bathing bottom that would get you arrested this side of the Bosphorus. Mr. Stephen gets the best tables at all the best restaurants because when Mr. Stephen walks in, the maitre d' sometimes thinks he's Bryan Cranston. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, my mustache comes to you with a heavy heart because while I was on vacation, my parent corporation, Paramount, paid Donald Trump a $16 million settlement over his 60 Minutes lawsuit. As someone who has always been a proud employee of this network, I'm offended. And I don't know if anything will ever repair my trust in this company. But just taking a stab at it, I'd say $16 million would help. This settlement is for a nuisance lawsuit Trump filed claiming that 60 Minutes deceptively edited their interview with then-candidate Kamala Harris last fall. Paramount knows they could have easily fought it because, in their own words, the lawsuit was completely without merit. And keep in mind, Paramount produced Transformers: Rise of the Beast. They know completely without merit. Now, unlike the payoffs from ABC and Twitter, Paramount's settlement did not include an apology. Instead, that's good. Instead, the corporation released a statement where they said, "You may take our money, but you will never take our dignity. You may, however, purchase our dignity for the low, low price of $16 million. We need the cash." Now, I believe... What can I say? Mr. Stephen loves to dance. Now, I believe this kind of complicated financial settlement with a sitting government official has a technical name in legal circles. It's big fat bribe. Because this all comes as Paramount's owners are trying to get the Trump administration to approve the sale of our network to a new owner, Skydance. Not the music I was expecting? Okay. That was me dancing in the sky. And some of the TV typers out there are blogging that once Skydance gets CBS, the new owner's desire to please Trump could put pressure on late-night host and frequent Trump critic Stephen Colbert. Okay. But how are they going to put pressure on Stephen Colbert if they can't find him? And even if they do, Mr. Stephen always has his scented oil business to fall back on. Oh, here's a sentence I've never said. There's some fun news involving Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh.
While I was on vacation filtering cheap rosé through my stash like krill through a whale's baleen, MAGA got a little cranky. And now Donald Trump is facing a revolt from his MAGA base over his failure to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. Oh. Oh, no. Don't fight, you guys. Here's why they're all so angry. MAGA and a bunch of other folks have long believed that Jeffrey Epstein did not die by suicide back in 2019, but instead was killed to prevent him from revealing the names of prominent elites who he was blackmailing because of the stuff with the plane and the island and the girls, and it's all just awful. Yeah. And the Trump campaign rode into office on a giant wave of conspiracy theories, and Trump administration officials like Attorney General Pam Bondi, head of the FBI Kash Patel, and Vice President J.D. Vance have all said the government is hiding evidence about who the clients of Jeffrey Epstein were, which is hard to dispute because we don't know for sure who the clients of Jeffrey Epstein were. But last week, Bondi dropped a bombdi, releasing a memo saying that there is no incriminating client list of Epstein and no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals. You can't take this away from your base. That is MAGA's favorite conspiracy. What are we going to find out next? That immigrants aren't eating cats? that if you sail to the horizon, you don't fall off the world? That explain this cover for Kansas's point of no return. They spell no, K-N-O-W. Dust in the wind. MAGA is especially mad at Trump himself because just in February, Attorney General Bondi said this.
One of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Wait a second. If it was sitting on Pam Bondi's desk in February and now it doesn't exist, that can only mean one thing. Someone stole Pam Bondi's desk. And don't try to tell me it just committed deskicide. Do I look stupid? And before you answer, imagine that I don't have this mustache. Trump's base heard that and went banana pants. So Bondi released a 10-hour security video of the door to Epstein's cell to show that no one else went in. Only problem, at one point the video actually skips ahead 60 seconds in what some are calling a missing minute. It sounds suspicious, but Bondi explained it during a cabinet meeting.
There was a minute that was off the counter, and what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing.
Okay, that checks out, because in a maximum security prison, they always turn off the cameras for a little bit every night, so the inmates can have some fun, you know? I mean, even murderers need to dance like no one's watching. Also murder like no one's watching. One person who is not happy MAGA is pointing their pitchforks his way is Deputy Director of the FBI and Sponge Dan Squareface, Dan Bongino. Bongino's old job was doing conspiracy podcasting, and he talked about Epstein a lot. Reportedly, he's blaming Bondi for this whole mess and is out of control, furious, and threatening to quit. Yes, Bongino could soon Bongine go. Trump, thank you very much. Sorry, I still haven't gotten all the rosé out of my system. Trump didn't like all this inner MAGA infighting, so on Saturday he posted a long screed that started, "What's going on with my boys, and in some cases, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never dies. Jeffrey Epstein. Wait, what? What do you, MAGA, what did you didn't never, what? MAGA, you heard your leader, Jeffrey Epstein, is alive. That can mean only one thing, zombie Epstein. He's coming for our brains, and thank goodness, because I do not want to think about him anymore. Here's some news about soccer, the thing your kid's friend needs a ride to. Yesterday, Donald Trump and Melania together attended the FIFA Club World Cup final at MetLife Stadium, and here's how they were received during the national anthem. Wow. Normally, to get soccer fans that mad at you, you have to be a pub that doesn't open at 7 in the morning. The big winner last night was Chelsea. Congratulations to her. I'm sure she's great. After the victory, Trump and the FIFA president brought in the big golden trophy. The FIFA guy then said to Trump, hey, let's leave. Trump totally ignores him, stays with the players, and then it is jumpy time. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. He just stayed. Who just stays? You bring it and you go. Imagine if your waiter did that. And for you, madame, the branzino? No. Go ahead and start chewing. Mr. Stephen likes to watch. Go ahead. Yes. Oh, yeah. After the game, the team captain said he was a little surprised by Trump sticking around for overtime.
I thought that he was going to exit the stage, but he wanted to stay.
Yeah. We all thought that once. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Stephen A. Smith and Liza Colon-Zayas. But when we come back, I give small businesses some big business. Stick around.